Hey there. There's a fairly good chance that this will be erased before you see it, but I'll put it on here anyway. I'm wearing my rags today because it's cold in here, and I've had a couple of cups of tea this evening. But it's all fine, it's all fine. I thought I've got an hour or so, and I thought I would just come on because so recently, so for the next month or so, the videos that I release on this channel are all going to be pre-recorded. Sorry to spoil the illusion of immediacy, but yeah, during my last Easter break, I thought I'd try and workshop a few videos to give me some breathing space, so to speak. So I've done 4 new videos, and they're going to be released sequentially from now on. So the first one was today's Jurassic Park review. Thereafter, there's a veritable bonanza of other videos awaiting your eyes. Fucking hell. Yeah, I've had a few to drink tea. Yeah, so occasionally I may just pop on and just say hello, just for the hell of it. I'm going to sing a song in a moment. But before then, I'll just talk about a little bit about this past week back to work. As you all know, you probably know, I was dreading it going back to work. But I won't get into why. Unfortunately, though, I was given a new vehicle for my school run, and it's a bloody lovely vehicle. It's quite new. It's only done 2,000 miles or so, and it's an automatic. And my boss was thinking of me because he knew I had problems with my wrist, so he said, "I'll give you this automatic, and then you're not going to have to use your hand to change gears and all that." Okay, it's a lovely vehicle, but unfortunately, the seating arrangement within the vehicle isn't good for my knee, and my knee has gone to hell and back. So it currently resembles a polished clown's nose at the moment. It's swollen and red. So I've changed to another vehicle now. So it's all about the way you sit in these things, as I've found. So at the moment, I'm in the situation where I've got a dodgy knee and 2 dodgy wrists. So I've been a little bit down this week. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't worry. You don't need to pray for me yet. Anyway. Right. There's a couple of people watching. If they flick off soon, it means that they're newcomers and they don't like what they're seeing. But if you are a regular, please let me know you're here. I don't know whether I'll be able to read it. Things are... falling apart, John. Indeed, copper. Yes, it's reached that point where my body is giving up, unfortunately. So I've decided to self-medicate. Well, I'll be darned. It's the Primrose Fairy. So I've got 2 regulars on. What? That's lovely. So the Primrose Fairy, Copper, is my sister, Maria. Hello there. Yeah, it's a late one. So normally me and Vanessa drink ourselves into a stupor on a Friday night, as we do every single Friday of the year. But today, Vanessa's had to go to bed early because she's got an event to attend tomorrow, so she has to be bright and breezy for that. Although I'm going to drive her there, so I've got to make sure I don't have too many pims. I'm number 3, Angus. Hello there, Angus. Look at these 3 gems that have joined me this evening. I thought I was going to be here all on my own. In fact, I was just about to sing a song on my own, but I'll postpone that. I may even do it at the end because it's going to be brutal. I don't know if you might have all missed it, but at the beginning I was saying that so all the videos you're going to see for the next month I've pre-recorded last week. So I thought I'd pop on just to let you all know I'm still alive. for the time being. So yeah, 4 videos are all ready to go. So today was the Jurassic Park one. Next week is going to be a departure from book reviews. I'm out and about on the town in my car, Excalibur, and we're on a mission in a wizarding way to acquire scratch cards to make some money. That's next week. And then there's a book haul the week after, and then another book review after that. And today I was even recording yet another book review. So I am all guns blazing at the moment. Yeah. Look, you know you're an old man when your girlfriend, I call her my girlfriend, we've been together for 8 years and we're getting married this year, but she bought me some Werther's Originals today. You old bastard. Okay, so the book I've been reviewing today, actually, there you go. Oh, Quest Across Exeter sounds good. Copper, you're relatively local, aren't you? So you might appreciate that. Yeah, we take a reckless jaunt across the city in pursuit of scratch cards. Angus, what about your book? Oh, my book? What about it, old chum? Are you inquiring about how well it's selling? I've got some bad news for you there. Although I did sell a couple of copies last week randomly. Were you one of them? Yeah, what do you want to know about it? Because I'll talk about it for the next hour. Yeah, good old Werther's. Fuck, I can't get enough of Werther's. These are sugar-free editions, actually, because you've got to watch your figure. Yeah. Anyway, this is the next book I'm reviewing. The Owl Service by Alan Garner. Any of you heard of that? Yeah, it's very nice of you to ask about the book. It hasn't done too well, but I've got past the initial sequel. Did you buy my book, Angus? Yes, there will be a sequel, and I have started writing it. I've done 10,000 words of it. And it follows on the story about a month later, a month after the last one. So yeah, that's cooking away. And I'm really enjoying it. And that's one of the reasons why I've pre-recorded the next month's worth of videos, so I've got time to write. So I'm going to be beavering away at that. Yes, The Adventures of Tarek. Oh my goodness, Copper. I finished it today. Really enjoyed it. It's lovely of you to say. Thank you very much. Well, firstly, thank you for actually reading it. But bloody lovely of you to say that you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Well, if you like my videos, I suppose you'd like the book, because it's that kind of humour, I suppose. Because it's me, basically. Evening all. Hello there. It's bloody Rich from the Retro Engine. Hello there. Oh, thanks for joining me, Rich. I know you're very busy at the moment with the new family and all, but thank you very much for popping in. I'm sorry, I'm slightly nailed tonight. Always am on a Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday. Right. Yes, but found Garner Treacle Walker pretty terrible. Garner Treacle? I don't understand that. Is that a reference to Alan Garner? I don't know. Sorry, it's gone over my head. I've had too many. I'm probably missing something that's obvious. But yeah, you've caught me at a disadvantage, everyone, this evening. But I was thinking this evening, I just want to go on and just go on here. Yes, sir. Hello there. Oh, okay, so it's about Alan Garner. I don't know. Hello there, it's Christian. Hello there. Hey, Jimmy. Christus there is from Argentina, I believe, aren't you? Yeah, bloody nice chap who bought one of my books back along. Look at you. It's warming my heart here. Warming my heart to no end. I was just about to sing a song earlier that was indicative of my current mood. I'm okay, don't worry. But yeah, I'm falling apart at the moment. Various joint problems. I've got the skeleton of a 90-year-old at the moment, and I take medication for it. I'll show you. But it's I don't know how, new age medication, I suppose you could say. It's so cod liver oil. I take one of those every day, and I also take turmeric powder capsules. Apparently good for inflammation. So yeah, I'm a druggie. I take that with my breakfast every morning, and actually it's improved my situation until I've started driving this new bastard mobile, which has fucked up my joints no end. Yes, that's Christian, all right. Yes, lovely. Nice to see you, sir. It's so lovely. Thank you all for just coming along and saying hello. I'm sorry I'm not more sober, but unfortunately that's the only time I tend to do these live streams, when I'm a bit off my tits. Ah, yes, Angus. Alcohol works great to strengthen the bones. That's what I've encountered as well. It can occasionally loosen up one of your other bones that you don't often want loosened, if you know what I mean. But by and large, it does wonders for the body. I'm a great believer in it. And someone asked me the other day on my gaming channel if I've got a drinking problem. And I can see, to the casual observer, it does seem as though I do perhaps have a problem, but I don't. I'm very selective. I only drink on the weekends and Fridays. That's about it. Although I did drink yesterday, as my sister Maria can attest to, because we did a pub quiz. I'll talk about that in a moment. What am I drinking? It's a bloody good question. So this is half a pint of my urine. No, it's not. It's spiced rum and pineapple juice. Although I've drunk some beer, some red wine, some whiskey, and now I'm on the rum. Just very small measures. Ugh. Kieran says to try it. Okay, Kieran, everyone. Kieran is currently with Maria. I don't mean currently that they won't be together for much longer, but I mean they're currently situated together at this very moment. Is my sister's partner, Kieran, who is an absolute gem of a fellow. We haven't crossed swords yet, but we will. Anyway, so that's Kieran. So he's saying try algae oil capsules to help with the joints. Right, that's another pill I need to take, but that sounds bloody lovely. I need to take that. I've never heard of that. Algae oil capsules. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Kieran is a doctor. He's not actually, but he does help me. In fact, to the extent that the time before last that we met, he brought his blood pressure monitor and administered various measurements throughout the evening. And he said that I should probably see a doctor very soon because it was rather high. But I say live fast, die young. And I'm not young anymore, so I'm probably ripe for taking. Jesus wants me, I think. Right. The fun bone is loosened as well. Yes, indeed. You don't want to loosen that bone too much. It can be a bit bendy if you don't watch out. What's the smallest bone in the body? Do not chew the algae oil. No. Well, it might be the most delicious of the 3 capsules I take. Occasionally, the cod liver oil ones, I've had them break before, and that's not pleasant. The turmeric ones I could probably take. But yeah, the algae, I'm not sure. But because I'm not fully vegetarian, I'm what would you call it? A pescatarian. So I do eat anything that lives in the sea, pretty much, including. I shouldn't really tell you this, but I once ate some whale when I was living in Japan, but I couldn't do anything about it. Someone paid for the meal, and they served these sticks. They're frozen. It was frozen sticks of whale. And I had to eat it because I didn't want to disrespect them. But I thought, my God, we shouldn't be eating this. But yeah, and if it lives in the sea, I'll eat the cunt. But yeah, so algae, I could probably smother that all over me and lick it all off, and I'd be all right. Fish are people too, without souls, though. That's the only distinction I would make there. If they live in the sea, it's fair game. Hello, we've got another regular here. We've got bloody Jabro78. But Rich, hello there. I'm a Mediterranean. Seriously, though, high blood pressure can be sorted straight away. Don't pass it off. I know, you're right. So the thing is, in our family, there is a genetic predisposition to high cholesterol. So on my mother's side, and I know one of my brothers has this. My other siblings have been tested and they're okay. I haven't been tested, but I'm trying to cook that time bomb. I will have it tested though. I'm ripe for testing. The trouble is, I'm just worried that if I am tested and I do have the high cholesterol gene, that I'll have to drastically alter my diet, and it will make my bleak existence that much more bleak, and it will probably finish me off that way. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm being a twat. What does mermaid taste like? I haven't sampled that, but I could hazard a guess, but I'm not going to go there. You filthy animal. Okay, hello there. Right, so there's this Arthur Macken story where an ill man, in an attempt to improve his health, ends up taking a concoction that causes terrible consequences. So I would be careful mixing too much stuff. Also, wise words. So I don't know what to do now, but I probably will start getting the algae as well. Excuse me. Diet has very little effect on genetic high cholesterol. No worries. Dr. Angus, you're in my corner. Right. I'll take that advice. Actually, my diet's not too bad. Because, as I said, mostly vegetarian, really. But I do eat a lot of cheese. And I do munch on a lot of crisps. And I drink a lot of alcohol on the weekends. So, yeah, I think I've probably still got to be careful. But at the same, and my heart occasionally, I can feel it beating too hard. These are probably all innocent ailments that have nothing to do with that. So, yeah. If you're lucky, you might see me pass away on the live stream. Fucking hell, I'm getting bleak. Sorry. I mean, I'm not going to be on for too long. I promised Vanessa I won't be up too long because she worries about me on here because sometimes I end up coming to bed in the early hours and yeah. Anyway, so yes, do you want some music in the background? Let me know. If you do, I'll put it on. And at the very end, I will sing a song, whether you like it or not. The only other thing I was going to say was that I am going to start painting again soon. I know I owe a commission to Chris, also known as Dick Splash. He's bought a number of my paintings in the past, but I've been off painting for a while. Mostly because I've been working on the book, but also I'm worried about aggravating my wanking wrist. My good wrist. I don't actually do that with this wrist. This wrist is like porcelain. I can't do much with it. So I'm hesitant to get back into painting, but I've got some mini canvases that I'm going to start on, and I'm thinking because they're that much smaller, it won't hopefully it won't be too bad, and I can ease myself back in. Also, I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 5, and it's limbered my wrists up no end, both of them actually. So I could probably beat off 2 stallions at the same time without breaking a sweat. It's a skill being able to make yourself laugh, I tell you. Right. Sorry, I've been missing messages here. Okay, Rich, I think you agreed 3 hours, isn't it? 3 hours. I think I said to Vanessa midnight is the cutoff point, but we can go a tiny bit over that, probably. Perhaps. That would be an honour. I can't remember what that was about. Sorry, Christian. You being my doctor. Gregorian chanting. Right, Maria wants Gregorian chant, so I will put some of that on. It may fuck the live stream up. I've been having a hellish time with these things lately. My last live stream, which I thought was almost perfection, was completely removed because I put some songs on it. What can you do? Amiga music. Right, so I'll put a bit of Gregorian chant on, then I'll put some Amiga on. Amiga Gregorian chanting, I don't know if that exists, but I'll see if it is there. Is that what you call your noodle, a PlayStation 5? That would be a good name for it. Actually, my noodle does have a name. If you can guess the name, I think most gentlemen call their gentleman a name. If you can guess my name, I'll give you a prize. You're not going to guess it, but I have named it. It's not PlayStation 5. And it's not my wand. No Man's Sky video is pretty funny. Oh, thanks, Christian. Right, funnily enough, right, I made a whole other channel just about No Man's Sky, but I haven't told anyone about it because I just wanted it as a secret thing. But no one watches it, so I might have to tell people about it. The 5 people that have subscribed are me and, well, Vanessa and my other channel, and you get the idea. Right, let's kick off with a bit of cracking Gregorian chant. Right, it's just a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud, because I've been having trouble with the levels as well. Excuse me. Right, here we go.
I've been using...
You can fuck off. Right. Fucking adverts. Right. I fucking hate adverts. Right, here we go. Hello. Right. Is it working? I think it's a slow start. Yeah, it's working. It's working. That wasn't a fart, by the way. I was just doing my zip up. The Gregorian chant will begin. Let me know if the levels need shrooming. Sorry, I just read shroom. Derek? Derek? Oh, Derek, is that a song you want? And Angus wants Enrique. Fucking right, mate. Fucking love Enrique. I'll put one of those on for sure. That will get the live stream banned for sure, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Oh, wait a minute. Are these prospective names for my gentleman? It's not Derek. It's not Enrique. I thought you might have wanted a bit of Enrique Iglesias. No. Shroom? No. Now, if Maria, my sister, knew what my Johnson was called, we'd have something to worry about. Vivaldi? That's a cracking name. No. If you do stumble across it, I will tell you, but you're not going to get it. The only hint I'll give you... I'm not going to give you a hint. Sound check. Good. Right. Okay. Cheers, Rich. Yeah, I had the levels completely bonkers the other day because I was using technical shit, boring shit, but I had it set up for someone else. Boris Johnson? No. Christ, I'd never get an erection again. No, it's not that. Jabro78 knows his Gregorian chant. He is fucking... He's loving this. Noodle names. That could be a future video. That could be the whole thing. The whole live stream is trying to guess what my dick's called. Ah, man. Actually, it's had other names in the past, but current name is. You're not going to get it, and even if you did, I probably wouldn't tell you because. Well, I probably would actually. Let's be honest. Kieran says William. Okay, so Kieran is close. That's all I'll say. But it's not William. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving on. We can call this the Dick Stream. Irvin Welsh. No. Naughty. One clue. Wants a clue. Right, this is the only clue I'll give you. It's still not going to help, but it's a character in a movie that's been made during the past, I would say, 15 years within that bracket. Willy Wonka, no, but you're close in some ways. Will I Am? No. Billy the Kid. No. Billy the Cunt would be good. But that's a good one. Oh, right, Christian thinks he's got it. Brace yourselves. I name most things, to be honest. I'll take the money. You thought you got it with Billy the Kid? No, I'm sorry, no. It's one word. It's a word that makes you break out into hives just thinking about it. I hope Vanessa's not watching. She didn't name it, by the way. This is my concoction. But occasionally we discuss him and what a bastard he's being. Fucking hell, we are going off piste here. I knew coming on this evening would be a mistake. It's always a mistake when I've had a few to drink, but that's the only time I've got the nerve to come on, unfortunately. I was going to tell you about something else. A minute, I'm just going to have a puff. Oh, fuck, that's good. Oh. Chalamet? No. If you get the right answer, by the way. Right, what prize do you want? Right, so you can set the terms. Say what you want, that'll be the prize. If you get it, that's what you'll get. I'm not going to fuck you. I was going to say, actually, yesterday we did the pub quiz. So every 2 weeks, me and the Bearded Ladies, which is our quiz team, which comprises of me, Vanessa, Maria, Kieran, Adele, and someone else. We're a mighty team, and we keep winning the bastard quiz. I know there's 6 of us, and some of the poor bastards, there's only 2 in their teams, but fuck them, they need to consolidate their teams. But there was one team of 10, and every time they were getting things right, they were all cheering, and I thought, you bastards, we're not going to let you win. And we didn't. We beat them. We won some beers, and we've got them. No one likes the beers, unfortunately, so me and Vanessa have taken them here, and we're going to drink them. It's Foster's. Foster's is good if you chill it enough, and it's quite refreshing, but otherwise it doesn't have much flavour, because I quite like really dark ales normally, as you all know. Free copy of your book. Right, done. Right, that's the prize. Nude selfie. I could probably do that at a pinch. You might get both. But yeah, okay, that's the prize. Nude selfie hidden within a free copy of my book. In fact, I'll give you the whole lot. I'll give you all of the books I've ever written. How about that? With a different nude pose in each book. Yeah, it was a close fought battle though, this pub quiz, but we fucking nailed it in the end. But it was close. But right, so at the very end, right, so we won it overall, but then they do a tiebreaker for the chance to win the pot of money. So we won, because we won it overall, we get the beers. But then they do a tiebreaker to win the cash prize. And it was, I don't know how much it was, £175, something like that. So tiebreaker situation. It was my turn to go up. I went up bravely. My lip was very, very stiff and the upper lip was stiff. I conversed with one of the other contestants at the bar. I asked who they were, which team they were from. They weren't that pleasant. Well, they were okay, but they weren't that friendly. And I thought, right, you cunt, I'm going to beat you now. The question was, so I'll pose the question to you and see if you can get near the answer. Wait a second. Sudden silence, yeah. Everyone's shocked by the enormity of the gift I'm preparing to give everyone. Prince William, no. But it could be knighted, if you will. Will it or won't it? No. It's a cracking name though. I almost said the name then. Jesus, stop playing mind games with me, Rich. Right, so this is the question. This was the tiebreaker question. So, during the course of the average lifespan of a man, how many times will said man ejaculate? That was the question. So you had to get to the nearest number. So I'll give you a little moment to come up. Maria and Kieran cannot participate in this. Is that Canut or nut? Canut. No, it's not that. Angus is all over this. He really wants these nudes. So come on. No. Right, everyone, this is my sister. I'm hoping that Kieran's taken the controls here and he's doing it. Else she's absolutely filthy. What was I going to say? I've been bamboozled by all of this. Sorry. What was the question? So, how many times over the natural course of a man's life will you ejaculate? 25,000 times is what Rich is going for. That's a fine number. Got to be over 8,000. Right. Copper, that's a bloody good shout. Okay, that was Kieran. Thank God for that. If my own sister was suggesting my doodad was called that, we'd have to end the stream right here and now. 69 times out of what? I think something's going wrong with the bloody messages here. Okay, so we've got two numbers there. Any other offerings? So we've got 25,000 and 8,000. Before I tell you the actual answer... Oh, fuck it, hell, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 10 million? You're way off. Way off. I think if anyone did that, they'd be dead within a week. It would be in industrial scale milking going on. Okay, so we'll draw a line here. So retro engine, 69,000. Right, they're coming in now. 69,000, admirable. Oh, Angus has gone for 5,735. It's very precise. I think he's been making some calculations based on his usual activities, perhaps, which is what I was doing at the bar. I made some calculations. I don't even know what the number is that. Okay, so, right, you've just gone for a crazy number. I think that's 10 million. So, the number I came up with was 100,000. Unfortunately, I was slightly drunk. So, I was going for 10,000. 100,000 is unfeasible. 10 million, yeah, it would be fatal. 69,000, I don't know if you could do that. But Angus with 5,000 and...
Thinking of switching to an electric
You
car,
absolute
but not
bastard.
anymore.
Wait a second.
Then it's time to discover...
Don't buy that car, bastards. I'll put some more music on in a second. Let's just finish this little quiz. Rich with 8,000. So the answer was actually around 7,000. I think it was 7,000 something. So I think Rich would have probably won that. Rich knows his masturbation, obviously. And Angus is pretty close too. But I sounded like an absolute fool saying 100,000 because everyone else was in the ballpark and I went for 100,000. So it made me out to be a serial masturbator, which I'm not. Well, since my wrists are decrepit, I've had to cut down on the numbers. Right, we're gonna do some Amiga music now, if you don't bloody mind. Let's have a look here. Okay, let's slap this on. Fuck off those adverts. Incidentally, if you ever see any of my videos with adverts on, it's nothing to do with me. It's bloody YouTube being a twat. Well, I suppose they have to, well, pay for the space I'm taking up. That's fair enough. But yeah, it's not me. Sorry, this is a long advert. Yes, swines. All right, what are they selling? Insurance, yeah. Oh, how boring. Ooh, this drink's going down lovely. Right, here we go. Ooh, guess the game. Guess the game. Right, first person who guesses it gets a photorealistic painting, oil painting of my penis. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Copper. So yeah, Copper was on it. So I suppose Copper needs a present there. Christ, I'm giving presents away left, right, and centre. I did. Okay. Average age minus pubescence. Christ, you went into it. Once a day plus 60 extra per year. Crikey. I tell you, I was going on an average of, nothing to do with me, but I was going on an average of 4 a week. And then extrapolated for the year and then times it by 50. So yeah, I was, but I added an extra 0 by accident. Maybe in the future we'll have wank counter chips stored in our Johnsons. Imagine that. I'd be buffing mine up all the time just to get the numbers up. Battle Squadron, but not sure. You're wrong, Rich. You're wrong, I think. Wait a minute, let's just check. In fact, no, it's not. It's what I thought it was. So I'm afraid no. Shadow the Beast, Maria, no. Good shout, but wrong. Jabro78 is going for Turrican. Another wonderful choice, but you're wrong. I love how your sister is still trying to win the prize. Well, she probably is actually, but I think it's her boyfriend that's doing this. Yeah, Kieran wants to win the prize, which is even more disturbing. Kieran wants to see me in various naked poses. Kieran, all you've got to do is ask, mate. I'll be there. Yeah, so the song has gone, it's gone rogue now. You don't normally hear this much of the song. But, right, I'm going to break it to you. This is from the game Alien Breed. Wanna breed? Tempting, but no. Yes, a cracking game. Let's skip forward to the next song. This can be a quiz, an Amiga quiz. I don't know if you're all conversant with Amiga music lore. Here we go, here's the next one. This is a tricky one, I wouldn't get this one. Final Fight. That's a very quick entry. No, it's not Final Fight. Unless you were talking about the previous one. Yeah, that's Alien Breed. Yeah, this is a very difficult one. I don't think anyone's going to get this. So that was Apidya. So it's a shoot 'em up based on insects. I think it was a Japanese game. Right, I'll tell you what, let's go for one that you might get. Oh, this one's a beauty. Get ready. What about this one? That game used to scare me. Oh, Apidya? Oh, Alien Breed. Yeah. It is kind of scary. It's scary to play because it's so fucking hard. So Alien Breed is based on the Alien franchise, although it wasn't affiliated with that. So it was basically a top-down game. So you're going through a space station level by level. So you're looking down on it and you're trying to get through the station, killing aliens as you go. Definitely heavily influenced by the Alien franchise. Produced by Team 17. Brilliant game, but it was slightly flawed in places. But there's various other games. Hello there. Is it about breeding with big butt aliens? Unfortunately not, Christian. That's another game. Okay, so Maria picked the Rich to the post there. It's Chaos Engine. Oh my god, Copper got it as well. Chaos Engine has some great music. Oh, this game is amazing. I don't know if many of you ever tiptoe over to my gaming channel, but I did a really long playthrough with my brother Mark the Blade. We played Chaos Engine. We both almost ejaculated at the same time playing that game. But it's such a wonderful game, but hard as nails. You need to know where the secrets are, else you're fucked. We got as far as the end boss, which is like a fucking... It's an absolute nightmare. It's just a shame. We wanted to complete the game, but we need to study the game. Unfortunately, the Chaos Engine is so clever, it remembers the way you play, and it's like anticipating. It doesn't do that, but it felt like it. Perhaps the very first self-aware game in existence, and it was on the Amiga, 2 floppy disks. Okay, there we are. That was Chaos Engine. Right, let's see if we got another one you might get. Ooh, dirty. Ooh, you're dirty. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, hello. Yeah, you might get that one. Oh, right, we'll play that one. Right, next quiz question coming up for you Amiga buggers. You can fuck off. Oh, alright, what are they selling? Wix, fuck off. Oh, you can't.
Oh.
Right, this is Disney, some Disney shit. Right, first one to get this. It's a great game, Rich, yeah. It's a beautiful game, actually. Floppy disks. Indeed. I used to love floppy disks. Not so keen on the floppy disks. Right, what game's this? First one who flaps it. Oh, look at that. Fucking Copper's there. It is easy. But fucking love it that you knew it. See, my hardcore posse, my Gelder, my Platinum Gelder followers are all steeped in the lore of Amiga. And even those that aren't, they are still brethren, because they know that somewhere there's an Amiga. That does make sense. Shadow of the Beast 2, I think you may be wrong there, old chum. I think it's the first one. But they are similar. Yeah, I think it's the first one. But bloody hell, you still won. Unreal. What's that one? Yeah. Three 3.5 inch floppy, you better believe it. Not quite. Fucking hell, we had hundreds of those bastard things. In fact, I sold, well, a couple of years ago, I sold all of our old floppies on eBay. Weighed a fucking ton. Had lots of games on there. I don't know where they came from. Okay, this, I won't do this. This is the same game. So it's Shadow of the Beast as well. Let's do one more quiz. If there's other... Oh, that's fucking dirty. Okay, let's try... Oh, that's a tricky one. I won't do that one. See, I'm just going on ones that I know. I'll try this one. I know this one, but this is an obscure one. Well, you might get it. Ooh, check that out. Right, I'll tell you what, I might just make one more drink. Fuck yeah. Very good time. Is that a game? It's not that. It's a tricky one. I might have struggled to get this if I didn't know it already. Okay, this is from Copper. It's becoming a thing for some dungeon synth artists to produce albums that will fit on a floppy disk. Kind of neat having a small album on a floppy disk. Bloody hell, that's lovely. I've only got one of these kind of dungeon crawler-esque retro music things on my Spotify, but I imagine there's loads of them. It's quite good. I don't listen to it regularly, but I need to get into more of those actually. I didn't know it was a thing. Sounds like it should be in Samantha Fox's Strip Poker or something. It does have a sleazy edge to it, doesn't it? That. But no, that was a very good shout. I might have actually thought along those same lines actually. Okay, so it's from the game Hired Guns. I don't know if any of you know about that. Again, well, that's kind of like it's like a science fiction version of a dungeon crawler, and you control 4 different mercenaries. It's a bit Blade Runner-esque, really. I used to love it just because of the atmosphere of the game, and I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have the instruction manual, that's all I'll say. Okay, so right, the next thing, you can decide what I drink next. So it's either a can of beer or another rum and pineapple. It'll only be one more drink, but you get to choose. Hello, what the fuck is this one? Oh, I don't know that one. No, enough of that nonsense. Let's put on something that will fucking blow you away. Okay, prepare yourself. Batten down your tits. Get ready. Okay, this might be it. There's an advert. I'm going to puke. Yeah, there's an advert. 10-second advert. I can deal with that. I'm getting 20-second adverts all the time at the moment. It's really pissing me off. Here we go. Fuck off. Ugh. Oh, just gives it away. Anyway, you get the idea. Oh, this game! It's the first Amiga game I ever played. Whew. Fucking heavy shit. Yeah. Yes, Christian. A little bit kinky, that song. Whoever was composing the music for that game didn't really know what the game was about, obviously, because there's not much kinkiness going on in that one. Copper, if you ever get a chance to check out an album by Erin called Imagination Never Fails, might be your thing. Kind of feels like a music album equivalent of 80s fantasy bugs. Fucking hell, right. Tell you what, if you bear with me, I'm not gonna play this now, but oh hell, I'll be able to read this tomorrow when I'm a bit more with it. Yeah, thank you. That sounds right up my Straza. Ooh, lovely. Oh, Maria wants me to get on the rum and pineapple. Okay, I will. Incidentally, the rum is supplied by Mitch, Maria, our other brother. He gave me a bottle of rum. What was that for? Oh, that's right, because I bought a sound bar off him, but he said I could have it for free, but I paid him for it because I thought it was worth, giving him a bit of money, and then he gave me some rum back. So that's what love is all about. You see, it's just bloody beautiful, and he knows me all too well. He just wants to get me fucking rat-assed. That song's good, but there's better ones. Right, what's the next one? Ooh, oh, it's just getting good then. Oh, this is the loading screen. Oh, this is how it starts. This is the first level. Okay, we'll play that. Right, I'm just gonna fix a little drink very quickly. Bear with me, my loves. Thank you all for coming. Please feel free to go whenever you like, because this is more than I expected, so thank you very much. Oh, lovely. Oh, Maria's off. Go to bed now, Jim Bob. Splendid evening. We'll watch the rest tomorrow. Oh, night, everyone. Thank you very much, Maria. And Kieran. Bad luck not naming my cock. But you might get it eventually. And then we shall have some fun. If you will. Yes, good night. Yeah, I'm just going to get a drink very quickly. It's just turned midnight. Right. I can't be too late because Vanessa will skin me alive. Secret of Monkey Island. Is that what you want next, Angus? Because I will put that on. This is Turrican. See you on Sunday. Yes, see you on Sunday. We're all meeting up on Sunday. Lovely. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Okay, right. Yeah, I will put on some Monkey Island next. It's a wonderful choice, actually. But this... Whoa. Right, here we go. I can't fucking write. There we go. Here we go. Of course there's an advert. 15 seconds. Hell. Well, that's going down nicely. I'm actually becoming more sober. Look at that. They've put on another advert straight after. Bastards. Right, here we go. Ah, yeah. Get your tits around this. Oh, what a wonderful game. I did complete this one. It was hell. It gets really obscure near the end. But it's well worth it. And I'm drinking rum. Cheers. I saw some pan pipes in a charity shop the other day. I almost bought them. £2. Ah, strong nostalgia. Yeah, for sure. Oh my god, I love playing this game. This is a 5-disc game, if I remember rightly. Ever played Kid Chameleon from Sega? Right, so no, Christian. Never played much Sega at all. Sounds familiar though, Kid Chameleon. Yeah, we were strictly Amiga. Always Amiga. Cannon Fodder. I'll play that next. Actually, I've been practicing Cannon Fodder to play on my gaming channel. It's fucking hard. But I thought it'd be a good game to play because it's on the mouse, so yeah, it doesn't require too much wrist action. Yeah, great game there, Cannon Fodder. Oh, these are wonderful songs. Okay, so next is Cannon Fodder. No, it doesn't sound like that. Someone's being naughty. Yeah, here it is. This isn't it either. It might be actually. Yeah, this is it. Whoa! 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 Maybe I've already asked. It's quite a trippy platformer. Yeah, no, I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up. I have been considering dallying a bit with like a Mega Drive emulator. So yeah, I could try that maybe at some point. I've got so many bloody games to play, it's crazy. But yeah, that sounds interesting. But is the music as fucking amazing as this? I remember we used to be blown away by digitized voice in games because we had come from the Commodore 64. there was a bit of digitized voice in the Commodore games, actually. Games like Eyeball. I don't know if you know, it's a very obscure game. There was some digitized speech in that. And various other games. Impossible Mission, for example. Yeah, so it could be done on that 8-bit computer, but yeah, the Amiga really started playing with it, and it was so clear, so wonderful. Obviously today it's everywhere, and like point and click games, like the original Monkey Island on the Amiga didn't have any digitized voice. It wasn't until the CD-ROMs came along, excuse me, remix, that started coming in. Obviously you couldn't get that all on a floppy disk, but the first disc of Cannon Fodder, so it was a free disc game. The first disc was purely for the song and a simple slideshow showing the production team. The game was on the set of the other 2 discs, but yeah, we used to love those little animation, like I suppose it would be termed FMV now, but in the Amiga days, like for example, or is it Bart Simpson versus Mutant or whatever, that Simpsons game, that had a really cool animation on the first disc. Absolutely loved that, because it made us think that we could possibly do the same thing using like Deluxe Paint or something like that. It was the first time I realized that we could actually, mere mortals could perhaps create our own games and music and animations. Never did it, of course, although I did dabble. So what was the Amiga? The computer or the operating system, or both? So yeah, the Amiga was its own thing. It was a self-contained computer. The whole thing was in, so it looked like a great big keyboard, I suppose, but it was all the innards were within that keyboard setup. So various iterations of the Amiga. The first one being, I believe, the 500, Amiga 500. We had an Amiga 500 Plus, and there was a 600, and there's 1,000, 2,000, and it went on and on. But yeah, it was a cracking little computer. A Commodore. It was from the Commodore. So they produced the Commodore computers before. The 128, the Commodore 64. I think there's another one. I mean, I don't know much, to be honest, but there we are. Yeah. Right, this is get ready. No. Here we go. Right, let's get a bit of this on. Advert. Oh, look at that. Best experience with headphones. A purist. Okay. This is some Amiga music to give you chills. Oh. Why didn't I buy those panpipes? I could be playing along to this. Got my tin whistle over there, but it wouldn't cut the mustard. There could be a ghost in here tonight. Defender of the Crown. Good choice. You're wrong, but it was a good shout. Copper knows, but he's keeping it on the down low. Oh, this gives me chills, this game. Yeah, he knows. The game over screen gives me chills. Yeah. It is brilliant. That was quite a high resolution image, wasn't it? The game over screen, because it took a while to load it. I played this for the first time with my old friend James Griffin. I used to go over to his house every weekend, cycle there on my little bicycle, and we'd play on his Amiga for hours. Occasionally I brought him naughty floppy disks, if you will. Occasionally came across naughty ones, but anyway, yeah, that was the first time I'd encountered a Shadow of the Beast game. He had Shadow of the Beast 2, original ones, and I saw him back along, and he's collected various iterations or various versions of Shadow of the Beast 2. But it's such a great game. But it was all games were the same then. It was very linear, but you had to know exactly what to do at the right time, in the right order, and things like that, which is slightly annoying. But the graphics were so amazing for the time, for me. But the music, it was all about the music. Incredible. Oh, I'm playing it now in my brain. Yes, the dude just in despair looking up at the sky. Yes. Quite muscular chap, wasn't he? And there was that kind of the music was electric guitar, wasn't it? Quite emotive. Oh, lovely. It was the kind of thing that you hated dying on that game, but at least it gave you that as a kind of a consolation prize. Yeah, I think it found its way onto various other formats, didn't it? But he's got he found a special edition, and it's like a large box version, and it's got a really beautiful Roger Dean illustration on the top of it. Yeah, it looks amazing. I think it's quite valuable now, that particular one. Ever play It Came from the Desert? Bloody right I did. Absolutely loved that game. Oh, it was so clever, wasn't it? But it was like a time-based game as well. You could choose to sleep for a set amount of time, and then you'd suddenly be woken up in the middle of the night by some random occurrence. Your house would catch on fire and you'd have to put it out with a hose, and it was quite groundbreaking at the time. Brilliant game. I might try and do a long play of that one day. I never got that far on it because I was just fucking useless, but yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, back in the day, if you didn't copy games, I didn't do it. But if you didn't, you'd just have a few games, and you would play the hell out of them. And I mean, definitely with the Commodore 64, we would just play the games over and over again. We'd get really good at it. So our reactions were pretty damn good back then, which kind of trained us for gaming throughout the rest of our lives. Of course, we've lost a bit of the reaction times, perhaps with age and regular inebriation, but that kind of reflex was honed during those early years with games that were completely unforgiving. And those kind of games, even if you completed them, all you'd get was congratulations, you've completed the game. You wouldn't get anything, you wouldn't get much for it. You wouldn't get a fucking trophy for it. People that were gaming back in the 80s were hardcore, motherfucker. Hello, it's bloody Goatman's here. I'm a musk stick chap myself. Musk stick. I don't know what that means. Goatman, you've missed out on a couple of quizzes already. One of them is trying to name what my penis is called. Watch later. I mean, if anyone can give me the name of it, you're in for one hell of a bonanza of a prize. Oh Lord, yeah. Beam Rider. That's a game I used to love playing on the on the Commodore 64. Beam Rider. That game was fucking nails. If you got past Sector... It started getting nails after Sector 10. But once, in a kind of fucking fever dream, I got up to 70 something. I was sweating. I had probably my first boner, and I perished on sector 74, something like that. But years later, well, it's about maybe 10 years ago, I actually got in contact with the chap that coded that game, Beam Rider, on the Commodore 64. It was on various other consoles or various other things at the time. And I said, right, so how many sectors were there? I got up to 74. How many were there? And he said, I think it goes on forever. So, yeah, I was hoping that 100 would be the end of it, but no. But by the end of it, I was a fucking wreck. You were talking about a muscular chap. Tuned in late. So the muscular chap was so it's a game over screen on the game Shadow of the Beast 2 on the Amiga. So if you died, you were presented with the screen of a muscular, semi-naked gentleman, kind of going like that, as a reward for dying. Wonderful, wonderful. Ever had dreams of games after such long gaming runs? Oh yeah, I've had that quite often actually. So I used to be obsessed by, and this isn't a gaming as such, but there's a Japanese board game called Go. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like chess, but you're just using black and white counters. I used to play it all the time, and I used to dream about playing it, these complex patterns in my head. So yeah, I definitely get that, and I've been playing No Man's Sky a lot on the PlayStation 5, and I've had dreams that are set within the game engine of No Man's Sky, which is quite disturbing, but also quite interesting. Yeah, and another thing, I had a random dream a couple of years ago, and it was a game that I played just briefly like 30 years ago, and I thought, fucking hell, what the hell was that? And I spent ages researching it, and I eventually found it as this obscure game on the Commodore 64 that I must have played as a child. And I found it. It was called Vampire. I'll probably play it one day on my other channel. But that was weird. I don't know where that fragment of memory came from, you know, why it suddenly sprang back at that point. Okay, yeah, that could be the screen. That could be the thumbnail for this video, or for any video. How you doing, Goat Man? I mean, I've seen you pop up now and then, Goat Man. Where are you from? Are you from the British Isles? I'm assuming you are. Fucking hell. It's weird that when I do something like this, it sobers me up, but I am quite nailed. I felt really nailed when I first came on, and it's kind of worn off. But yeah, I'll stop soonish. Ah, no way. An Australian chap. Lovely. There's someone else I know I've met on here. Yes, Peter. There's another channel, the Sci-Fi Shed, it's called. He reviews science fiction books. He interviewed me back along. Yeah, nice chap. You've probably told me this before, but my mind is completely fucked. I'm sorry. Just got the news yesterday. You're ahead of us, though, aren't you? You're ahead of us in time. I'm sure you are. Isn't the Goat Man a cryptid? What's that? You're losing me. Christian, you're losing me. This is going into regions I've never heard. Right, another suggestion for music that won't get me chucked off the live stream would be appreciated. Was passed over for a promotion, nobody got it, so a little bummed out. Oh, that's a bloody bugger. They didn't bloody choose you? Fucking swines. I'm sorry to hear that. Day for gaming and YouTubing. Yeah. Fuck all that other shit in real life. You just stay here. Well, not necessarily with me, but just have a bloody nice time. Fucking hell, I hate life sometimes. What we're forced to live through sometimes. The constraints that are placed upon our enjoyment of life, should I say. Yeah, sorry to hear about that though. That's a bugger. I've never been in a job where promotion is available, to be honest. I always go for the gutter jobs, but yeah, I can imagine that's a right bastard. Okay, SNES Waterworld track map. Is that a song, yeah? 'Cause I'll do that. Yeah, you do that, Goat Man. You just chill out now. Don't worry about staying with me. If you want to go off and dally elsewhere, please do so. I don't want to bring you down because, you know, this is what it is. Right, sorry, I've already forgotten what that bloody suggestion was. Oh, hell, I'm clicking on all the wrong things here. Door closes and another one opens, Goat Man. Copper's right there with the wise words. Indeed, indeed. Just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. If all goes well, something better will come along. Waterworld. Oh, okay, here we go. This might be what you're after, Copper. Not the fucking advert though, you can fuck off. Oh, you bastard. Double advert. Fuck off. I fucking hate adverts with a passion. Here we go. Oh my goodness, Copper, you know what we need. You fucking know it. Call your tits on this. Cool them right down. Ooh. It's similar to the game over screen on Shadow of the Beast 2, if I recall correctly. Similar. Waterworld for the SNES had no business having a soundtrack as good as it did. Never heard of the game, to be honest. Is it based on the game, on the film, is it? The Kevin Costner thing? Yeah, Copper is the man. If only you knew. Copper is... He's not made of copper, he's made of, I don't know, a precious metal. Definitely a precious metal. Let's think. Gold, perhaps? And copper, I believe, is in the local area to where I live. Somewhere nearby, perhaps. It is based on the film, but the game is a mess. Well, that's a surprise there. I used to hate movie tie-in games. I fucking hated them with a passion. Because I always thought those games were always going to be inferior because the people... Indium, yes, Indium. I was going to say... I've got a fountain pen with, that's right, the tip is made of iridium, which is used for the solar panels of satellites. Have you ever seen, so occasionally if you're looking up at the night sky, you'll see a sudden flash, and I think they're called iridium flashes because it's the point where the satellite's moved and it's angling the sunlight just for a split second, so you get a flash. I think that's iridium, but anyway, that reminded me, indium. Yes, copper's from around here. Copper? Why are you called Copper? Are you a copper? Are you a policeman? I don't mind if you are. Respect. I hope you're not. I'm joking. And that's your point flash. Ah, is that what it's called, is it? Ah, yes. Flashing the sky. I think I've seen it before. I've also seen... Have any of you ever seen the Starlink satellites going by? I saw it back along in Exeter. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Luckily, I already knew about it, else I would have been contacting the authorities, worrying that an alien invasion was in progress. But no, it wasn't that. I wish my knob was so brilliant. One can only hope. If you buff it up enough, though, I'm sure it'll have a rosy glow. And it might just sparkle if you do it enough. But be careful. Be very careful. Yesterday, talking of penises, I talk about them quite often, as you all know. But yesterday, I was chatting with my sister's boyfriend, Kieran. He was on earlier, and he was talking about the man with the longest penis. Should have contacted the Fairfield Seekers. Oh my goodness, Christian. He's referencing one of my short stories. You're an absolute diamond, mate. But yeah, indeed. I used to make copper bullion bars as a hobby. Good God. That's interesting. How the hell do you go about doing that? Interesting. Going back to the longest penis in the world. So he's not in the Guinness Book of Records. They won't recognise it because he's had his penis x-rayed, and apparently the adjudicating doctor said that his actual penis is only 6 inches long. The rest of it is foreskin. All 18 inches of it. So apparently he hung weights from the tip of his doodle from early childhood. Now the bloody thing's dangling halfway down his leg, but it's all foreskin. That's a cautionary tale. Do not try to elongate your penis using weights. I mean, what the hell's... What's the point of that? It's not going to do anything, is it? I mean, you're just having to drag the bastard thing around. I mean, a few of us have to do that, just naturally, but why impose that on yourself? So you were talking about me. What's that, Christian? Sorry, I don't know what you mean. So you were talking about me? Question mark? I don't know what you mean. Sorry, we've got a miscommunication there. Wait a minute. Are you talking about the man with the longest penis? I might be talking about you. Copper. So I've read about this. Ah, yes. Think he's in South America somewhere. Sounds like cheating to me. Definitely cheating. Yes, I think you're right there. It's interesting that we all know about this chap. I tried making a pot plant furnace. It is in the back shed. I've been too chicken to have tried out. Scared it will explode. Okay, so Goatman, you might need to have a chat with Copper here. Copper might be your man. Oh my god. It was a 5 skin. I don't know. I think he's probably on double digits there, perhaps 20 skin. The photograph I saw of his member, he had, it was fucking ridiculous. You know those 80s sweatbands you used to have on your wrists? For no fucking reason whatsoever. He had them on his penis so that the photographer could safely photograph his cock without showing his cock. So it was just this long tube of sweatbands. Extraordinary. Christians in South America. Are we talking about you, Christian? If so, good on ya. You have gone where no mere mortal has gone before. A lifetime of weights applied to the old Todger to give it a bit more length. We've all dreamed of this, but few have gone that far. You have, if it is you, which you are suggesting it could be, good on you. We salute you. I'd have to hang, I don't know what I'd have to hang off mine. It would, I don't know, a couple of tons. Yeah, maybe the longest dick's owner is modest and keeps it hidden. Exactly, that's true. Goat man. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. There's some poor bastard out there with a metre long dick, and they're just too embarrassed. They don't go outside. They keep it coiled around their leg. It's only people like Christian. No. Well, fair play. I mean, I'd be proud of it too, but I'd be in the Guinness Book of Records for someone else. What are the chances if Christus is our long schlong man? They're slim, but it's possible. It's possible. Okay, Vornum Nachnam 100. Not quite sure what that refers to. Could it be him? There's always a bigger fish. Exactly. You're just going to have to keep going, mate. It's interesting though, isn't it? People that are hell-bent on getting into the Guinness Book of Records. They do the most absurd things just to get there. There used to be a television programme in the UK. It's in the 90s, I think. But it might be in the 80s and the 90s. Hosted by Roy Castle. Anybody know about that? There's always a bigger fit. Oh yeah, 100% maybe. Yes. Sorry, I'm no good with this kind of thing. Okay. And it was all about Guinness Book of Records. So they would try to break records live on film, and it's just the most stupid stuff. I always watched it though. Was an IQ test. Oh hell! You can't test me at this time of the night. I mean, I would fail it at any point, whether I was inebriated or not. But fair play to you. People like me need to be tested on a regular basis. Yeah, cheers for that, Copper. Right, next suggestion. If you want a bit more music. I mean, I've only got half an inch of juice left, but once the juice is gone, I'm gone. Already I'm half an hour over my time limit set by my partner, so we probably can't venture too much further. I might go to 1 o'clock and end it there. If I go beyond that, then no, I'm not risking it. Yeah, so a song suggestion, video game based, and I will play it, because otherwise we're going to get some kind of copyright bollocks hitting me, like a couple of massive bollocks. Okay, this is Copper. They used to have a record for the most Ferrero Rocher eaten in 1 minute. I think the record when I last looked was 6, which I thought was pretty weak until I tried it myself. I mean, I'm with you on that. I mean, 6 seems like absolute rookie numbers because they're quite small, aren't they? But I imagine they're pretty dense and gacky. So after about 3, you're probably choking on the bastard. I'm going to have to try that, though. I might do it on another live stream. Do you want to do it with me, Copper? I mean, I always thought the same with eating Jacob's crackers. There's a record for eating those in one go, and that's like something crazy. That's like 3 or something. But you eat one of those bastards, and it takes all of the saliva out of your mouth, and then you're pretty much dead. Yeah, Ferrero Rocher is a rough little nugget to tackle. Interesting though. Quite innocuous, isn't it? Due to its size, but it is very dense with a gacky nucleus, a kind of Nutella type nucleus. I mean, I don't know how you even come up with these bloody Guinness Book of Records anywhere. I mean, you could say anything, couldn't you? Really, the most vapes in 1 minute. I mean, I'd be pretty good at that, I think. Right, I'm going to put a song on. Right, I'm going to go back to the Commodore 64. Right, check this shit out. Right, anyone that gets this game, I will be impressed. So, just saying. It wasn't that bit. Here we go. Here we go. The eating Bay Biscuits record must be hardcore. What's Bay Biscuits? Is that a misspelling, or is that something I've never heard of? It's probably the latter. If it's anything like a Jacob's cracker, then I can appreciate what you're talking about. Head over heels. Good suggestion, but no, Jabros 78. No. I enjoyed your birthday streams. Oh, that's very nice of you. Are you a regular viewer? I thought you might be a temporary interloper. Occasionally I get people that jump on and then they abuse me. Oh, that's nice. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, occasionally I get my sisters or my brothers over and we have a bit of an orgy. In a gaming sense. Yeah, cheers. It's not fire ants. Is that a game? So the music that I'm playing now is from a Commodore 64 game. I'm saying late 80s probably for this. Yeah, I can't get a date for this at the moment. Tough Bay biscuits were a common thing. They were super dry. Scones. Okay. Yeah, that sounds brutal. It sounds like a Jacob's cracker, which is what we would have cheese on. Yeah, Fire Ants is a C64 game. Interesting. I'll play that next, actually, if you don't mind. So, no. So this music is. Look at that. Jabro 78 just comes in right at the end. You're fucking right, mate. It's the first Dizzy game. Dizzy 1. Oh, fucking hell. You got me right there. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to put Fire Ant Next. Right, so this is Fire Ant. Here we go. Oh, you bastard. There's a fucking advert on that. Can you believe it? On a Fire Ant long play. Is it Broken Sword? No, unfortunately not. I'll play that next. My God, Broken Sword, my favourite game ever. Oh my God, you're not going to believe it. It's a dog advert next. Fuck off. I've never had a dog advert. 3, 2, 1, fuck off. Oh, you bastard. Here we go. This is Fire Ant. Oh. There's no music. Okay, there we are. This is a long play of Fire Ant. Yeah, Jabro78 is fucking on it. Wow. Yeah, what you're hearing in the background is someone playing Fire Ant. I don't know if there's any music. I'll go to the title screen. There's no music there either. Okay, so you're forcing my hand. We're going to go to Broken Sword. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Nope. Here we go. Oh my God, this game just makes me... Oh. I only ever played Treasure Island Dizzy on the Amstrad. Okay. CPC 464. Never played on an Amstrad. But yeah, I played the first Dizzy, Treasure Island Dizzy, Fantasy Dizzy, Magic Dizzy, and Spellbound Dizzy. A Bubble Dizzy, and Quick Snacks. I think that was a Dizzy game, but not a Dizzy adventure game, if you will. More of an arcade game. Try the Binding of Isaac music. Okay, I'll do that next. Yeah, I was 100% sure that's not Fire Ant. Sorry, I'm sorry, I've done the wrong game. But the music sounds familiar to that. No music. Ah, yeah, there wasn't any music on that version I found. I'm sorry. Fire Ant. Yeah. I don't know if I couldn't find it. A minute, I get to the juicy stuff. Where the fuck is it? That'll do. Yeah, I think it's the whole score, so it's like 3 hours long. Yeah, I'm currently playing through the Broken Sword 4, and it's a fucking nightmare. Such a broken game. It's such a shame. First game, fucking masterpiece. Second game, pretty good. Third game, flawed. Fourth game, fuck off. I'm hoping the fifth one's going to be better. But fucking hell, after the fourth one, I don't know. I'm struggling through it. I'm having to cheat all the time because the puzzles are just shockingly stupid. I mean, I'm not the best puzzle solver in the world, but these are just ridiculous. It's not logical, as Spock would say. Oh Lord! I'm gonna have a hell of a hangover tomorrow. Calling it. So, what are you all up to tomorrow? Let me know what you're doing. I want a full itinerary. I'm going to be getting up quite late, taking a couple of paracetamol. Then I got to drive Vanessa into town. Then I'm going to come back, have a couple of wanks. Joke. I've got a video to edit. Then around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to start drinking. That's my day. Going to watch a couple of films. I like your paintings. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's very nice of you to say. Thank you. I haven't been painting for a while. I'm having a bit of a rest, but I've got about 50 canvases that I've purchased recently, so I'm going to start painting again. My new idea is to paint really small ones and sell them quite cheaply. By cheaply, I mean around £10 or £15 a pop. So that's my next plan. So stay tuned if you want a painting. That's very nice of you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Might check some local charity shops for books. Yes, mate. Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Whereabouts are you, Jabro? I went to a charity shop last weekend, actually, and I perused their books, but it was all shit. A load of shit there. Actually, though, there were 6 old sci-fi magazines, the old magazine books. They must have been from the 60s, perhaps. I've got my eye on them. It had Alfred Bester's what is it? The Star's My Destination. I think it had that as a serialized form. I might have to get that. Dorset. Okay. Done quite well recently. Have you indeed? Brilliant. Do you get some good fare there, do you? Because around where I am, it's just dreck. Okay, so Christian here. I've been running a flea market on the weekend, so there's that. I'll try to go for a run before opening. And probably a wag too, good man. Get those numbers up. So flea market. I suppose over here we would call that a car boot sale. We sometimes call it that. If selling from the boot of your car. So I've done that a few times in the past. Is it that? Is it car based, or do you go to a market somewhere? And what kind of wares are you selling? Interesting. I mean, when it comes to the weekends, I tend not to do very much at all. I just crash. Cut those 50 canvases into quarters. Focus on lightning. You are already good at it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, the smaller the better, I think. I've got a massive canvas next to me, but that's going to be for a commission that I'm doing for a friend. Need to get on to that. But I need to... It takes a lot of effort to mentally get from one thing to another. So I've been writing recently. Then to get into painting, it takes me a couple of days to tune into it. It's weird. You would have thought you'd just be able to turn it on and off, but I can't do it because I go a bit mad. Okay, so this is Goatman. I have a problem with second-hand bookshops. I keep buying from them. Yeah, I have that problem, but I do it online. The old timber house I'm in is starting to creak. I have to move the books around, too scared the floor will collapse. How many books have you got, Goatman? I wish I could get more, but the only place I can store them is in this small room. I've got cardboard boxes everywhere. These are all full of books. Okay, so Jabro over in Dorset, it's 90% rubbish, but occasionally finds stuff. I suppose you have to be persistent, haven't you? You've got to keep going. But it's always the same. I find the same old crap, mass-produced shit. I don't find any gems, although there is a really nice bookshop. Next week's video, you'll see there's an area there that I film at the beginning, and there's a bookshop there called Book Cycle, and they have amazing books there. And you can go in there and you can give them whatever you like for any of the books. It's a charity thing. But I'm always reluctant to go in there because I don't want to give them too little, and I don't want to give them too much, so I end up not going in there at all. But there's some really good stuff in there. Okay, so copper. I keep meaning to hunt around charity shops for books, but to be honest, it only seems to be the dregs that make it to the shop floor. Yes, I agree. Think all the books in good condition go on their eBay stores. I'm sure they do, the bastards. There used to be a good second-hand bookshop near the house that I moved in Exeter, but I haven't been down there in years. You might be talking about Book Cycle, yeah? Near the house that moved, that Tudor house. That's a cracker. That's the only one I know that's decent. Christian here. It's at my mum's house, actually. Okay, so it's not a car boot sale. She started it, but now I run it. I mostly sell clothes, but also books, old TVs, DVDs, whatever. Oh, that's interesting. So I think that they have a similar thing in America, don't they? They do like house sale, like garage sales, perhaps. So out on their backyard, they'll sell their wares. That isn't a thing over here. I don't think that's a thing. That's interesting. Sell my book. You might get a little bit of money for that. Goatman, I put a few bookcases too close together and stack them too deep. Ah, yes, I stack. Yeah, mine are stacked too deep on the bookcase there. But I've largely maxed it out. I can't get any more in, the bastard, else it's going to go through the floor into the gentleman below. I don't think he'd like that. Incidentally, occasionally our washing machine leaks and water goes down into his light fittings. He doesn't like that. I have the feeling that all of these shops in England are dying right now. Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's not so much that they're dying. The main, what do you call it? The high street is slowly dying for sure, but the charity shops, what you would call in America thrift stores, for example, they are thriving. I think they get tax breaks and they don't pay as much rent perhaps, so you get loads of the bloody things, but they tend to stock only like the mainstream books, mass-produced shit. You don't get any decent science fiction. The music that's playing at the moment is in the hotel, what is it, Ubu or something like that in Paris in the first game. Yeah, that's probably it. Book Cycle is probably the one. Where am I? Actually, your book is probably the rarest book I own. I imagine it is. It's very rare. Hold on to it. It won't be worth anything, but it's rare. It's very rare. In fact, right, the other day, I saw this girl. I don't know how old she was. Maybe, I don't know. She was a teenager, perhaps, or late teens. And I saw her sitting somewhere reading a book. And I thought, bloody hell, you don't see that very often. And I thought, if I see her the next time I go past, I'll give her one of my books and say, try that out. Unfortunately, she had gone. But that's how desperate I've become. Only the soulless corporate bullshit will survive. Unfortunately, that's the way things are going, yeah. Bleak times. We're living through bleak times. Stay strong. There is hope left yet. Whilst there's people like us around. Yeah? The fact that you're watching me now, there's hope. Yeah? Yeah, second-hand bookshops here in Australia seem to be shifting to warehouse online buying or booking to browse. Still some good ones up my way. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's great. Christian, you should have chased her. I mean, I probably would have even been reluctant to give her my book because it looks like I mean, look at me. I look like a paedophile anyway. No. You can't say that. You can't say that. But yeah, she probably would have run if I'd approached her anyway. You forget sometimes that you look like this. Yes. In fact, when I used to live up in Bath, and just over the border, I don't know if Bath's in Wiltshire, but over in Wiltshire is near Wells, the city of Wells. There was a place called the Book Barn. It was a great big warehouse of books, and everything in there was £1. I used to go there sometimes. So some of my first vintage science fiction acquisitions were from there. It wasn't amazing for science fiction, to be honest, but it was just wonderful to be surrounded by so many books. Yeah, it was a nice place. I have to go there one day. Might do a video there one day. Who knows? If I can be asked to drive, 2 hours up to there. Yeah. I think this has probably been flagged now because I said paedophile. Oh, hell. Right, we are approaching 1 o'clock. I'm going to be going then, I'm afraid, my loves. Well, thank you very much for all of you sticking around. I mean, it's so nice of you. I always come on thinking no one's going to be here. Because it's happened before and I've run into some right rad scallions. But, yeah. The fact that you've got my back hits me right there. Really does. I'm not making a joke of it. Had to look up artists on the left to find your stream. Eh? Only artists left to find your... Oh, really? It was flagged up on that, was it? Really? I didn't tag it as that. That's interesting. Oh, thank you very much. I'm a hobbyist though. I'm a hobby artist and a hobby writer, to be fair. Nice stream. Have a good week, John. Cheers, Copper. Christian, what's wrong with pedophile? That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what I said. In fact, one of my brothers calls my beard a paedophile beard. So there we are. That's not the intention. That's just what nature gave me. A creepy looking beard. Thanks for the laughs. Always a pleasure seeing your content. Oh, cheers, Goat Man. And Chabro78. Cheers. Yes, cheers. Good night all. Thanks for everyone. Yes, hopefully this won't be taken down tomorrow because there shouldn't be any copyright shit this time. Unlike last time, I was playing Depeche Mode all night. But yeah, thanks everyone, and I'll see you next week with another video that I made last week. But I might pop on another day and say hello. Right, let's end it there. Thank you very much, and